I have been a loud proponent of not wanting to see Eugene Melnyk remain as owner in Ottawa. And there was a rumor this week. Melnyk wants to sell the team. Good. Perfect. Wants the team to stay in Ottawa. Even better. Well, this weekend, the 100th, the NHL Centennial, Ottawa wearing a jersey that harkens back to the Silver Sevens. I'm not a fan of the jersey, but I like the sentiment behind it. And what does he do today on the eve of that game? On a weekend celebrating the game of hockey in the nation's capital, I'm reading this off CBC. Ottawa Senators owner Eugene Melnyk put a damper on the festivities. Melnyk brought up the possibility of relocation, took a shot at fans, and said a new downtown arena might never happen while speaking at the alumni game taking place. The man has no pride. He doesn't understand that. Anyways, all right, let me just quote him here. If it doesn't look good here, it could look very, very nice somewhere else. But I'm not suggesting that right now. All I'm saying is I would never sell the team. Meaning, well, if I'm not making money here, I'm not going to sell it so somebody else can. I'm going to just move it. Sounds a lot like Calgary, actually. Melnyk says constant challenges to sell tickets is frustrating. In his opinion, he's spending more than enough on player salaries to make the team worthwhile investment for the fans. Let's just go take a look at Cap Friendly. Because he made a big deal of this. Big deal of, I'm spending $68 million. I'm spending $68 million. I'm spending $68 million. $68 million. Ottawa's salary cap situation has them at $73 million, which has them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are 11th. And I'm not arguing with that point at all. But when you're saying I'm spending money, people should come out. And he says, at one point, one of the two have to break. You can't keep spending at the top end and getting the lowest revenues. Here we're fighting every day to sell a ticket, honest to God. When you get to the third round of the playoffs and you're begging people to buy a ticket, something's wrong with the picture, so we're just hoping something changes. So he's ignoring the fact that the Senators are at the bottom of the league right now and that it's in mismanaged hell. And Carlson's hinting he wants out. He hinted at it again today. He's not saying it, but he does keep, anytime they ask him any of the money stuff, he goes, yeah, no, I still feel that way. Just say I'm not answering that question. Just say I'm not answering that question. Melnyk went on to add redevelopment of Breton Flats, blah, blah, blah. I'm all in, but it wouldn't be a disaster for us at all if LeBreton didn't happen. We need something to happen at one point. Something's got to break somewhere, and I mean a positive break. We're just basically sitting it out, working with the National Capital Commission, and they've been cooperative and reasonable, and we're just going to try to continue to get that completed. I don't trust anything happening our way necessarily. See, I don't want to do all these Senators videos. I don't want to keep talking about it because they're at the bottom of the league. It's an easy target right now. They've won a grand total of 10 games. And it is so easy to come out here and do videos where I talk about how crappy everything is. But honestly, Melnyk coming out and saying these things right now is stupidity. Nobody's coming out buying tickets, so whatever. Yeah, we know. But they used to. So why don't you look into why they're not selling tickets anymore and fix it? People can't get to games. Find a way to get them there. Make it work. Yeah, I mean, if the only way we could get to Canuck games was to sit right at the building and park there, we probably wouldn't go to Canuck games either. The fact that we can go to Scott Road in Surrey, park the van, and then get a ride from there makes it a lot easier to get to Canuck games because we don't have to worry about getting out of the arena parking lot. We don't have to worry about getting to the arena, any of that stuff. Ottawa doesn't have that for the Senators. Melnyk's saying, well, I'm spending all this money. I'm not getting my money back. Okay, is this really the time to be talking about it? Is he blowing smoke? Is this an owner who's just frustrated? Or is this an owner who's legitimately threatening to move a team? And I'm serious. Melnyk can't just move the team. I don't know what kind of power he thinks he has, but you have to have 2/3 of the league agree with you. And if 20 guys say, yeah, all right, you can't make it work there, then yeah, they can move the team. But in reality, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. And I find it insanity. I find it to be complete insanity that we're having this discussion right now. Because Carolina's drawing a lot less. And they've found a way to make it work. I was reading an article yesterday on Carolina's attendance and how they did manage to turn a profit with low attendance due to the fact that they stopped giving away discounted tickets and free tickets. They found a way to make it work and make a profit. If you're not making a profit, Mr. Melnyk, figure out a way to make it work. You're still getting 15,000 people paid per game. Figure out a way to make it work. Don't tarp off the top of the bloody arena. Don't do that. To me, that's where he started losing the argument. Is when he decided to tarp off the arena. Are you serious? You're going to tarp off parts of the arena. What about a fan who was sitting in those seats and saying, "Oh, I'm not paying the money that's needed for those ones," so he just didn't do it. I honestly, I think Melnyk is part of the problem, and I have thought that for a long time. I have absolutely thought that for a long time. And I'm not sure how you fix this, because he said, I'm not going to sell the team, I might move it. And he's doing this right on the eve of this 100th anniversary game. This big silver game that they're playing. I don't know what else to call it. Everything the NHL does with its centennial is silver. It's this big centennial silver game. And he is absolutely pissing all over it because he isn't making money. Well, you're not going to win more fans over by whining about it, Mr. Melnyk. Make it work. You've got a marketing team. You're paying for staff. Figure it out. If Carolina can figure it out, so can you. I don't trust him. I don't trust Eugene Melnyk. I don't trust him in terms of keeping the team there. And before anybody in Quebec says, well, we'll take the Senators, you'd have to get Melnyk with the Senators. You'd have to get Melnyk as well. But to say, well, I'm spending this amount of money, I'm not getting my money back, while Carlson's talking about wanting to get paid at the end of this contract. He's basically saying, well, I'm just going to have to cut salaries. Oh, that'll work. Your team's in a rebuild. You can't sell out the arena, and now you're going to tell the fans you're ready to cut salaries. Oh, that'll make them happy. It was only 6 months ago we were talking about what a great success story Ottawa was and their playoff run. And now we're here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How much of what Melnyk's saying here is just smoke? And how seriously did you take the comments? And as a Senators fan, how do you feel? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.